Yo, it's your boy Dctree from Dctree-Nation.com, where we cover hoops and heroes, and today we're talking hoops. So I came across this picture, the Miami Heat Big Three versus Spurs Big Three, and I assume it's in their prime, and it's a 3-on-3 pickup game. Who wins? I got so many thoughts about this. But before I jump into it, if you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, first off, people are real quick to give the win to Wade and Bosh and James simply because of the athleticism that this big three possess, the talent level that this big three possesses. But remember, this is a 3-on-3 pickup game. It's not always about talent. It's not always about athleticism. How many times have you won a pickup game and you were on the team that was less athletic? It's other factors that come in. And I feel like people forget how good the Spurs were. You know, that big three. Tony Parker was the fastest person in the league. In his prime, who's going to stop him? Yes, they did call Wade Flash, but he has never been as quick as Tony Parker. I'll go on the record and say that. Another thing, Tim Duncan in the post. Who's going to stop Tim Duncan in the post? Chris Bosh is a toothpick, similar to Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett couldn't stop Tim Duncan in the post. He was too big, too strong, too calculated. So, I mean, you have to think about those other factors as well. And the Spurs have the better shooting squad. And this is a 3-on-3 match. There's no double teams. You see what I'm saying? There's no defensive strategies. It's pure skill. And the Spurs really have more skill. Then you have the Ginobili factor. Ginobili is such a wild card. You know, he could come out there and just drop buckets from three, from mid-range. Defensively, he's always been solid. So, I mean, he just is the X factor, and I think he's the better shooter on both squads overall. Chris Bosh does have that long-range jumper, but I don't think it's as good as and consistent as Ginobili's jump shot, and he can get hot and turn the tide. Now, after all that, who's going to stop LeBron? Listen, I'm not that much of a homer not to recognize the greatness of LeBron and the havoc he may put on this team in a 3-on-3 pickup game. But all I'm saying is I don't think Miami Heat Big Three will win 100% of the time. I think it would be 50-50 because there's so many other factors. Now, having D-Wade and LeBron in a pickup game would be amazing. They're responsible for some of the best passes and dunks in NBA history, okay? So they could go out there and put a beating on the Spurs. I just don't think they will have a 100% win rate because there's more factors that play in on a 3-on-3 pickup game. It's about shooting and teamwork, and I think the Spurs may have the edge on both those categories. Okay, so I think the verdict is Miami Heat 60% of the time. I give them 60% of the time, but the other 40% I'm going with the Spurs. I'm trying not to be biased on this one. You know, they have so much athleticism, it's hard to say, but the Spurs got better teamwork and shooting. All right, guys, that's it for this one. For more information on hoops, check us out at the main page, Dctree-Nation.com. Like us on Facebook, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Help a brother out. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.